Hi all, Plantside Agent here. Today we're going to take a look at a kit I've built around the Yzpacc water bottle bag and the Widesea Jetboil type cook set. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Okay, let's get started. The reason for this video is when I did a review on the Widesea Jetboil cook pot, which I'll leave a link to that review in the description box, along with a link to this pack on Amazon. But anyway, I commented that when I was going to use that kit on my actual Jetboil, I was able to fit that inside a kind of your standard Molly water bottle bag. The Jetboil is just a little bit narrower diameter than the Widesea, and the Widesea just would not fit in here. In fact, this is the Jetboil is a snug fit in this particular pack. And as you can see, size-wise, I'll just do a quick comparison on these right now. They're very similar, although this one's a little bit wider, and it has a different pocket configuration, which I'll go into a little more detail on that. But a commenter said, "Did you try one of these? It's a little bit wider." So I thought, what the heck? I went out to Amazon. It's like only 13, 14 bucks. So I said, oh, what the heck? It looked pretty cool. I'll give it a shot. You know, if it doesn't fit, I can always find a use for a water bottle bag. As if you're familiar with my other videos, I've done a lot with these bags. But anyway, so I ordered it, came in, and the Widesea fit in there perfectly. I was wondering if the fire maple, which is another Jetboil type stove, would fit, and I looked at the diameter on the web, and the fire maple's even wider than the Widesea, so it wouldn't fit in this pouch. So, but this pouch, if you like this particular pouch, a lot of different stuff will fit in it. And I hadn't seen this design before until the commenter mentioned it. So anyway, yeah, it's pretty nice. It's very similar construction-wise, nylon. And these do come in, I noticed they come in black and also a camouflage pattern. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description of it. Although I noticed when I looked at the Amazon today, they were saying we only have 5 left and that kind of stuff. But I don't know if that somebody else will carry them or not. So you have to do some research. But anyway, we'll just cover this guy real quick. It's different in that it has a single. It doesn't have a zipper for the lid. It has this clip and attachment here. It has 2 side pockets, which aren't really that big. I think I prefer the larger pocket on these particular water bottle bags. I can keep it in frame. You can get larger items in it, and they're pretty spacious. But these are a little bit smaller, and for this particular application, they're going to work just fine for me for the Widesea. I got the Widesea one. That's one originally when I put a kit together. I just left it in the car just for use whenever I thought I might need it. And I just kept in the stuff sack that came with it. But once I got this one, I can build it out a little bit more, add a few more things, and keep everything nice and contained. That's kind of what I like. Especially if you're looking on the lines of a survival sort of item, you want to be able to get all your stuff in as few items as possible, all contained together, just to make it easier on yourself. So anyway, it's got 2 zipper pockets on the side. They're, like I said, they're not huge, but let's see if I can keep this thing in frame. And then it's got one on either side. I'll show you what's in those in a minute. And it has this little mesh pocket in the front that you could put a few items in, whatever. I haven't figured out anything I need in there yet. In fact, I haven't even filled these out yet, and I don't know if I will. It's got some Molly attachment on the back. Doesn't have quite the webbing that the other ones do, but you can attach it to another pack if you want. It's got a drain hole in the bottom, and then say it's got this flap type pocket. So let's go ahead and I'll show you what I got in this. Here's the flap pocket. So let's see. So for starters, I've got a couple of cups, and I can say it's got room to put one of these in. In fact, actually, these will fit in this size bag too. I have one of these in a different kit of mine. But anyway, I got one of the small ones, those foldable Widesea cups, and then I got the bigger one with I just put some tea bags and some sugar and sweetener and that kind of stuff, and one of those small coffee drip filters that fit right onto a cup in there if I want to make coffee. So that all fits in the very top. And then inside, you can see there's the Widesea in there. I had room on the side here for a big old spoon. And then to get this out, it helps to take the lid. Remember, this Widesea one is also a French press. So to take the lid out, then once you do that, then you can reach in here. Let's see if I can show all this, and you can pull it out quite nicely. Plenty of room. You don't have to really cram it in. So this is the Widesea, and I did a video on how I built this kit out. So I don't think I'll cover that right now, but this is it. Now inside the bag here, I went ahead and I don't know that I'll ever use this as a French press, but I did keep the French press stuff. I put all the pieces together, the screen press and the little plunger handle in a plastic bag, and that just sits at the very bottom. So if I ever need it, it's there. Otherwise, it's down at the bottom out of the way. So that's happening. Oh yeah, one other tip. When I was reviewing the French press, I mentioned that the little nut on the bottom would come out and stuff would all separate, and it'd be easy to get lost. And I said I'd put some JB Weld on it, and I did. I put a little JB Weld around that nut so it won't come out. So just a side note. So that's all I have inside the bag. Now on the outside pockets, on this side right now I have got a little wooden spoon to go with the big spoon, because I had one of those. I throw it in. This would be good for just stirring your coffee and stuff in one of the cups. And then I have a tin which has coffee enough for a 16-ounce cup, which would be plenty for these little Widesea cups. So that in this side. Now on the other side, now I don't know if I'll add stuff to this later on or not, but this is the current configuration. I went ahead and threw in one of the smaller aluminum windscreens that collapse out. That fit nicely in that pocket. And then had some of these Chinese knockoff open hole lock blade knives. They're not that great, but they're cheap enough, and they're not going to be used that much that I'm worried about longevity on them. So there's something to throw in there to have. So that's all I got in there right now. I was thinking, actually, playing around with this. I don't know, like I said, with the different configurations. I can put this guy in here with the knife, and actually the coffee. Let's see if I can keep all this in frame. This thing's so big, I didn't want to put the camera way high. But anyway, this will all fit in there. Then this would leave room. I could actually, if I wanted to, or if you wanted to, you could stuff a lot of maybe some food items, maybe a soup packet, or dried soup packets, or some power bars or energy bars. You could cram a bunch of those and keep yourself a nice little kit to keep in the car. Especially, it's wintertime, and if you've watched any videos, there's people been trapped in blizzards, in the Midwest and up in the cold country, and it can happen at any time. It'd be nice to have a little kit like this just thrown in the back of your car that you could brew up some hot tea or coffee or soup and have some snacks, and make your wait until somebody could come bail, clear the road so you can get out of there. Might make your wait a little bit more comfortable. And of course, on that note, it's always good to carry an old sleeping bag or some blankets and that kind of stuff, food items, and of course water in your car at all time. It doesn't cost anything to leave it in your car. It's not going to, by not having it in there, you're not going to increase your mileage. I can't talk today. you know, just to keep it in there. And like I said, when you got a nice compact little kit like this, if you do decide to change cars or travel with somebody else, it's the sort of thing, if you're going with someone else that's not prepared, then it's the sort of thing you can grab out of your car and then throw in the back of their car, so you at least have it. So it's like I say, sometimes when you're stuck on the highway, you probably won't, you might not die out there, but on the other hand, why be uncomfortable? It'd be nice to sit in there with a blanket and a hot cup of coffee while you're waiting for the storm to abate. So, just some added thoughts. I probably, with the group that watches my videos, it's preaching to the choir. So let me think. Like I say, it's a nice little bag for, you know, for 14 bucks. Gosh, you really can't go wrong. So, and it's gonna do the job. So as soon as I'm done with this video, I'll pack all this up and put it back in the car and have it ready to go. So, I think that's about all I got to say on this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.